Hey guys, welcome back to my video series that I'm just starting to kick off here. Greatly appreciate everyone that responded questions that hopefully I can try to shed some light on. Of course, can't answer everything, and nor should you take everything I say as gold. But I try to help out the best we can. Everybody's opinions will vary per situation. But let's get right into it. First question, which I greatly appreciate on some people sending some stuff in. Don't be shy to send in any questions you have. First question I have is from Dana. Dana asks, how much is realistic to have saved for a down payment? We are hearing anywhere from 5 to 20%. Great question. Great opening question. The biggest question mark, and kind of to help guide towards the correct answer for that, if there is a correct answer, is number one, you got to be speaking with a mortgage professional immediately. Even if you're, say, within the next year, you want to start, looking into purchasing a new home, or, first-time home buyer, you should be consulting with somebody right now to see, okay, are we in the ballpark? If we are, great. What do we need to keep doing to kind of help buffer and set ourselves up better? And if we're not, what do we need to do to get us there? Beef up a credit score or anything along those lines. No matter what, you should always be saving for any type of home purchase. The new cars, the new credit cards, and everything else like that, you got to kind of use a little bit of restraint and hold back on it. But as for some mortgages, just to give you some basic information and back to the down payments, USDA and VA loans are going to be pretty much 0% down for the down payment. Now that can vary. You can put something down, but it doesn't require it. FHA, if you go an FHA program, you will be 3.5% pretty much. It all depends potentially what they may have you set up on, depending your credit score. I think presently, if you're sitting at a 580 credit score, some groups are requiring a 10% down payment. Now granted, 580 credit score, you're getting approved for a mortgage. It's a pretty nice place as long as you have 10% down. USDA, if you go on and just type into Google USDA loans, you can really find some helpful information there. You can type in the exact address of a property and see if it's even in an eligible area. If it is, great. You can kind of go from there. It can be a great program for those that are trying to need extra little bits of less down payment, because we're gonna be dealing with closing costs, inspection costs. You're gonna pay for an appraisal. All these costs can vary. I mean, we're currently seeing some appraisal costs at about $400. It can vary. Like I said, it depends on the company. Inspections, they can vary depending what you get done. Radon, wood termites, numerous different things. Basic home property inspections and whatnot. But yeah, just to sum that whole portion up, is conventional loans are range anywhere from 3 to 20% down. USDA, VA are 0% down. Conventional is looking about 3.5%. That's just a general guideline. Like I said, I would absolutely be talking with a mortgage professional. My biggest suggestion and advice is do not call Quicken Loans or any of those other online homeloan.com, blah, 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 blah. You want to be speaking with somebody that you can actually get in touch with. You could sit down with and have a one-on-one conversation and sit everything out. That's my biggest suggestion. It varies, like I said, on the program, but speak with them immediately, and it'll help you get pointed in the right direction. No matter what, you should have some type of buffer, with money that you're going to need. You don't want to just have all your savings for your down payment, because you're going to need something for closing costs. The inspections, appraisals, everything like that, it's going to cost you something. But not to be scared of it. It's all part of the process. That's why we save. That's why we are here, to try to help guide you and get you steered in the right direction and get you informed. So hopefully that helps answer. If you need any more, you know my number, Dana. Call me, give me a shout, and we can try to help you guys out. Second question was from Ed. Ed, greatly appreciate you dropping the line. His question, kind of general but a good basis: what will be my biggest challenges in this process? Repairs, inspections. Yeah, it depends on what you're doing. Okay, of course, if you're a buyer, the big thing is get pre-qualified. Get to know how much you're qualified up to. You don't want to be looking at $300,000 houses, even though they may be nice. But if you're only approved up to $100,000, you're wasting your time. You're spinning your wheels when you really need to be focusing on the houses that are in your market. Or what do you need to do to beef up what you're pre-approved up to, 150, 200,000, etc. And that, I mean, from the buyer's end, that's going to be the biggest thing, is getting pre-approved. Everything else, a good agent will kind of help walk you through it. We've created some step-by-step things to kind of keep everybody on the same track. It's a little handout I give to any of my clients. Just, it keeps everybody on the right track. It keeps you knowing. So if you have a question of, oh, what do I do next? Look at the pamphlet. You can always contact your agent and say, okay, what should I be expecting? But at the same point, you want to know where you're at. From a seller's perspective, it could be a number of things. It all depends on what the situation of the house is. It depends what the market's like at that time. As per a seller, you got to be priced correctly. The days of the 2007, 2008 market when everything was overpriced is gone. So you got to be priced correctly, and you got to be working with an agent that's going to want to get it done, instead of just throwing a for sale sign up and saying, for sale, and putting it out there on the internet. Honestly, that's only a portion of what we do. Good thing that we're starting to really push. I know our team here at Schiaffo, Schaefer & Associate is really pushing right now, is getting our sellers to do a pre-listing inspection, is what we're calling it. Basically, you're getting an inspector that a standard typical buyer would have come in and do an inspection of the house. It may cost say $300 to $500 at the range, but if you can nip things now, little things, double tap circuit in your breaker box, things like that. If you can nip that stuff now, have it done, and then by the time we actually get to closing or get close to inspections on your home coming under agreement, a lot of those things are going to be done prior, and you're even going to have a better game plan for yourself when it comes. If a central AC unit is towards the end of its life, you won't be blindsided by it when it comes to inspections by the buyer. So you may be able to have that buffer in your head saying, okay, I know this is an issue, it may be an issue, it may come up, it may not, but it's always good to be kind of forecasting or have a little bit of a whiff of issues that may be arising, instead of just getting slapped with them last minute and saying, okay, I want a whole system replaced. It happens, but it's something good and useful that it's completely at your discretion to be done. That's kind of the biggest thing. Challenges, there's going to be challenges in everything. The smoothest transactions always have some type of little challenge, a little speed bump. The biggest thing is working with a group, and when I say group, that's your realtor, that's your mortgage person, that's your inspector that you trust and you can ask questions to and say, okay, how do we troubleshoot this? And that's 90% of our job is troubleshooting issues. Um, so yeah, hopefully I greatly shedded some more light on things, but if not, hit me up. I can go into depth things a little more if you have specifics. But yeah, please feel free, guys, to keep the questions coming. I greatly appreciate it. Again, you guys sitting down and spending about 10 minutes with me here. Look forward to some more questions coming, and always feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions, any little questions I can hopefully best answer for you. My advice ain't free, but I'm willing to give it to you guys. So anyway, hope everyone had a great weekend, and look forward to seeing you next week. And please keep the questions coming or topics coming, and I look forward to it. Thank you very much, and have a great week.